Many people start a business with a simple idea, a small amount of money, and the hope of building a better future. In the beginning, the business may be run from home, through social media, or from a small shop. At this stage, legal matters may not seem important because the owner is focused on making sales and finding customers. However, as the business grows, having the right legal structure becomes one of the most important decisions an entrepreneur can make. A proper legal structure protects the business, builds trust, and creates a strong foundation for future growth. A legal structure is the official way a business is organized and recognized by the law. In Kenya, common business structures include sole proprietorships, partnerships, limited liability partnerships, and private limited companies. Each structure has different rules, responsibilities, and benefits. Choosing the right one depends on the size of the business, the number of owners, the level of risk, and future business goals. Registering the correct structure also makes it easier to operate legally and comply with government requirements. One of the biggest advantages of a proper legal structure is protecting personal assets. Imagine a business that owes suppliers money or faces a legal claim from a customer. If the business is a sole proprietorship, the owner's personal savings, land, vehicle, or other property may be at risk because the owner and the business are legally considered the same. In contrast, many incorporated business structures separate the business from its owners. This means the business is responsible for its own debts and obligations, reducing the personal financial risk faced by the owners. A proper legal structure also helps a business appear more professional. Customers, suppliers, investors, and financial institutions often prefer dealing with businesses that are officially registered. A registered business demonstrates commitment and seriousness. Many clients, especially large companies and government organizations, require proof of business registration before awarding contracts. Without proper registration, many valuable opportunities may be lost. Access to financing becomes much easier when a business has the correct legal structure. Banks and investors usually want to see official business documents, financial records, and evidence that the business is legally recognized. A properly structured business is more likely to qualify for loans, investment opportunities, and business partnerships. Even if the business is applying for a loan of only Kenyan shillings 500,000 or Kenyan shillings 1 million, having proper documentation can increase the chances of approval. As businesses grow, they often need employees. Hiring workers comes with legal responsibilities such as employment contracts, workplace safety, tax obligations, and statutory deductions where applicable. A proper legal structure helps business owners understand and meet these responsibilities. Following employment laws not only protects employees, but also reduces the risk of legal disputes that can damage the business financially and harm its reputation. Taxes are another important reason to establish the right legal structure. Every business has tax obligations based on its activities and structure. Proper registration allows a business to comply with tax laws, keep accurate records, and avoid unnecessary penalties. Good tax compliance also makes it easier to apply for loans, attract investors, and participate in larger business opportunities, because financial transparency builds confidence. Many entrepreneurs dream of expanding their businesses beyond their local communities. Some hope to open additional branches, serve customers across Kenya, or even enter international markets. Expansion becomes much easier when the business has a solid legal foundation. Investors are more comfortable investing in businesses with clear ownership structures, proper governance, and legally recognized operations. Without these elements, expansion plans may become difficult or even impossible. Business partnerships also become easier with a proper legal structure. When two or more people own a business, disagreements may arise over profits, responsibilities, or decision-making. A clear legal structure defines ownership, management roles, and how major decisions should be made. This reduces misunderstandings and protects relationships between business partners. Having written agreements is much better than relying only on verbal promises. Intellectual property is another valuable business asset. A growing business may create a unique brand name, logo, slogan, product design, or original content. Without proper legal protection, competitors may copy these valuable assets. A business with a proper legal structure is better positioned to register and protect its intellectual property, helping preserve its competitive advantage in the market. Many successful businesses eventually want to sell part of the company, bring in new shareholders, or pass ownership to family members. A proper legal structure makes ownership transfers much smoother. Shares can often be transferred more easily in a company than ownership in an informal business. This flexibility allows businesses to continue operating even when founders retire or new investors join. Legal compliance also helps businesses avoid unnecessary interruptions. Businesses operating without proper licenses or registration may face penalties, closure, or legal action. These problems can damage customer confidence and interrupt normal operations. Spending time and money on proper registration from the beginning is usually much cheaper than dealing with legal problems later. Technology has made business registration much easier than it was in the past. Many registration services in Kenya are now available online, making the process faster and more convenient for entrepreneurs. This means there are fewer reasons to delay formalizing a growing business. Taking this important step early allows business owners to focus more confidently on serving customers and growing their operations. Proper governance becomes increasingly important as a business expands. Decision-making should not depend entirely on one person. Keeping accurate financial records, documenting important decisions, separating personal and business finances, and following legal procedures help create a well-managed organization. Good governance reduces mistakes, improves accountability, and makes the business more attractive to investors and lenders. Customers today are also becoming more careful about who they buy from. Many people prefer businesses that issue official receipts, maintain professional communication, and operate transparently. A properly structured business often inspires greater confidence because customers know they are dealing with a legitimate organization. Trust is one of the most valuable assets any business can build. Some entrepreneurs delay formal registration because they believe it is only necessary for large companies. This is a common mistake. Even a small business that is growing steadily can benefit greatly from the right legal structure. The earlier proper systems are put in place, the easier it becomes to manage future growth without unnecessary disruptions. Every successful business eventually reaches a point where informal operations are no longer enough. Growth brings bigger opportunities, but it also brings greater responsibilities and higher risks. A proper legal structure prepares a business for these challenges while creating opportunities that may not be available to informal businesses. In the end, building a successful business is not only about making sales or earning profits, it is also about creating something that can survive challenges, attract opportunities, and continue growing for many years. A proper legal structure provides the stability, protection, and credibility that every growing business needs. Entrepreneurs who invest in building a strong legal foundation today are often better prepared to achieve long-term success tomorrow.